how long does vitamin D actually stay in your body after you stop taking it? The answer might surprise you, and understanding it could help you manage your levels much more effectively. So let's get into it. Vitamin D exists in more than one form in the body, and each behaves differently. The main circulating form is called 25-hydroxyvitamin D. This is the form measured when you have a blood test to check your vitamin D status. It has a half-life of approximately 2 to 3 weeks, meaning after that time, roughly half of it is still present in your bloodstream. The active form, calcitriol, works quite differently. It lasts only around 4 to 6 hours, but it's that first form, 25-hydroxyvitamin D, that gives us the clearest picture of your overall vitamin D levels. Now, here's where it gets interesting. Your body stores vitamin D primarily in adipose tissue, that's fat tissue, and releases it gradually when your intake from food or sunlight drops. Think of it like a slow release reserve. This is exactly why your levels don't fall off a cliff the moment you stop supplementing, or when the UK winter sets in and sunlight becomes scarce. The drop is gradual, not sudden. But that storage system also means that building your levels back up takes time. If you've been diagnosed with a deficiency, it typically takes around 8 to 12 weeks of consistent supplementation under your doctor's guidance to reach sufficient blood levels. That's not a quick fix. It requires patience and regularity. Complete elimination of vitamin D from the body can take several weeks to months, depending on where your levels started and a range of individual factors. Not everyone processes vitamin D at the same rate. Body composition plays a role. Because vitamin D is stored in fat tissue, this can influence how it's distributed and released. Age matters too, as the body's ability to synthesize and metabolize vitamin D can change over time. Certain medications and chronic health conditions can also affect vitamin D metabolism. These are all things worth discussing with your doctor, particularly if you've been told your levels are low. In terms of testing, blood tests measure 25-hydroxyvitamin D specifically, not the active form. In the UK, deficiency is generally defined as levels below 25 nmol. Your doctor can interpret your results and advise on whether supplementation is appropriate for you. The NHS recommends that many adults in the UK consider taking a daily vitamin D supplement, particularly during autumn and winter when sunlight is limited. Rather than following any specific dose you might come across online, it's best to check the NHS guidance directly or speak to your GP or pharmacist. They can advise on what's right for you personally. If you're concerned your vitamin D levels may be dropping, some signs to be aware of include persistent fatigue, low mood, muscle weakness, or bone discomfort. These symptoms aren't specific to vitamin D alone, so please don't self-diagnose. If you're experiencing any of these, speak to your doctor. They can arrange a blood test and give you personalized advice. You should also contact a healthcare professional if you've recently stopped supplementing and are unsure whether your levels are still adequate, if you have a condition that might affect how your body absorbs vitamin D, or if you're taking other medications and want to check for any potential interactions. And please don't start or stop supplements without getting professional advice first. So, to recap, vitamin D stays in your system for a significant amount of time. The main circulating form has a half-life of around 2 to 3 weeks, and full elimination can take several weeks to months. Your body stores it in fat tissue, which acts as a gradual buffer when intake drops. Building levels back up after a deficiency typically takes around 8 to 12 weeks of consistent supplementation under medical guidance. And individual factors like age, body composition, and health status all influence how your body handles vitamin D. Always speak to your GP or pharmacist for advice that's tailored to you. If you found this helpful, drop a comment below. We'd love to hear your questions. And for more straightforward health information like this, give us a like and subscribe to the Bolt Pharmacy channel. We'll see you in the next one.